Welcome everybody to AVIDEngage. We are here today with a very exciting episode for all of our communities. I am here at the Harmony Development again, and I am being hosted by one of our very talented residents, Johnny Spitz. Hello, Johnny.
Hi, Susanna. Thanks for having me.
We are going to have a very exciting episode today. We are going to be looking at music and everything about music to celebrate World Music Day. So we are going to chat with Johnny about his experience about music and also about what does music mean for a community and what it means to be creative, as we want to encourage everybody to get out there and learn music or enjoy music by singing, playing instruments, and that's what all World Music Day is all about, isn't it, Johnny?
I think so. I think it's bringing the people together and celebrating, music as a community, bringing amateur musicians with professional musicians and bring it to the people, connecting.
That's right. So World Music Day is started in France back in the 1980s, and it was all about bringing people together and celebrating music as a way of expressing ourselves and a way of celebrating life in general, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So I have to say we have also another special guest. Our lovely Harvey here is joining us today. We are actually at Johnny's amazing house, which he has been decorated by his amazing wife, Katie, who is an interior designer. So congratulations, Johnny. This is an amazing house that you have here.
Thank you for coming here.
So, Johnny, tell me a little bit. What got you into music? How did you get into music?
Pretty much was stuck in a little bit of a crossroad with a 9-to-5 job or a career, and always have played music, always loved music, and thought, how do I do this and how do I fulfill my love and my passion for music and try and make it a job and a career. So I took the leap of faith, which, even 2020, a lot of people are looking at changing careers or finding what they want to do with their passion. I was lucky to do that 20 years ago and just made the decision, look, I have to do it. If I don't, I'm going to regret it. So I wanted to see where it took me, and thankfully it's lasted for 20 years. So I'm really grateful that, that I did take that decision back then and say, well, I need to be creative, I need to be artistic, I need to put something into, what I want to do for the rest of my life. And music was that door that
That's amazing.
that I opened.
And you have been quite successful. You have won quite a few awards. Is it 5
Very lucky.
times Wedding Singer of the Year in Australia?
That's how I kind of wanted to develop a business, for want of a better term, and be a wedding entertainer and just, be a part of the couple's special day and add the music to it, which, as you know, it's a huge part. Been lucky to win some awards as a wedding entertainer, and it's given me a really nice sort of segue into doing other things as well. So I love playing weddings. Fantastic. And I love playing in general. Yeah,
so I think, for me, music was a big part of my childhood as well. When I was growing up, my dad is a very avid sort of tango.
I like that. I saw what you did there.
Yes, tango.
Yeah.
But he really enjoys singing tango. So we were always surrounded by music when I was growing up, and my parents wanted us to have some kind of education in that respect as well. So we all learned to play an instrument as children.
Absolutely,
where my sister and I learned piano, and I think it's so important for children to actually learn an instrument. It helps with brain development and it gives them confidence. Is that your experience with music as well?
Absolutely. There is I think a term called the Mozart effect that, particularly in children, when they're learning an instrument, it accelerates that learning activity so much. But you're right, music, what it does for a child and their development is incredible. And I've always, with my kids, I've always sort of been in and around music, and just to play, just to have that effect. And you're right, it takes you back to your childhood. Those memories just resonate as a kid, I reckon, particularly with music, in the sense of what it can do to not only your learning, but how it makes you feel.
That's right.
Particularly for a kid. And I think the Wiggles, if I can use them as an example, are so successful because they just had that hypnotic effect on using music, colour, and kids to just absolutely
And
be
it
drawn
brings
to
so
it.
much joy into life, isn't it? I mean, I think we saw that during COVID, you know, when people were in lockdown, what did they do across Europe? And everybody got out there and started singing in the balconies and all of that, you know, just to bring some joy. I think it's really good for mental health. All of the creative sort of industries are very important for mental health for people. I think it is just that looking into and dealing with your emotions. I always say, you know, when words are limited, then that's where creativity begins. You know, we start looking at how we can express our deepest emotions through song, through dance, through painting, any of the creative activities, and it helps us sort of look within and just deal with all of that sits below. And is that what you feel when you start playing music?
Absolutely, naturally, I use that word at the start, connecting, and that was a way you mentioned last year particularly, that people that weren't able to play live could then connect with their fans, followers, family, friends in general. But I think there's a famous saying or a little sort of meme that goes around that says music is what feelings are like, you know, or something to that effect. So you can be happy, you can be sad, you know, so you've got music at celebrations like weddings, funerals, you know, the most famous song is Happy Birthday, you know, it just does engage you in all those senses of emotions and feelings. So I love what music does.
Yeah, I think so. You know, as a yoga teacher, I use music a lot in my classes, and we use it to sort of help us get into different moods throughout the class, you know. So I think a yoga class is like composing a music piece. You know, we look at where do we want to go with the final post, and then we start layering that. You know, we look at the different sounds that we can use to get somebody into different positions. If we're working with earth or with air, you will use wind instruments. If you're working with air, you will use didgeridoos or drums if you're working with the earth to ground people. So you start building it up, and I think that's how you do with music as well.
Absolutely, I do. Well, again, with composing, and we'll probably do that a little bit later and show you how you develop a rhythm, the melody, the harmonies, can then produce that final product that you're really happy with, and it does. It connects, either it's a client or you're in the car or you're on stage. It doesn't matter. It makes you feel grounded and brings you back to that center place.
And I think it's not different to actually creating a community as well. You know, I think when we started here at Harmony, we have a very small group, and we started to finding our rhythm with people. We start looking, you know, I believe that everybody has a song within that they comes to express and to actually experience in life. So, you know, in my role as community officer is to actually find that songs that people have, start finding them and start layering, start finding other people that have similar rhythms, bringing them together, and then start layering it so we can find the melody that creates that community. You know, it's like everybody's a different instrument, and how do we put it all together to form an orchestra to then create a beautiful harmony all together. So, you know, I think you can apply that sort of theory of creating music to most of the areas of your life, so you can create harmony all around it.
You did, and that's the beautiful play that we have in the Harmony Estate here, is that I think you, to your credit, has created this amazing band that you've got us all coming together for a common goal, common purpose, and no greater example was, you know, the Christmas parties and things that you've put on that I've been lucky to help you with as well. And again, that sense of music, that feel-good atmosphere that you've created here in Harmony, that everyone gets together. And through music, you've just celebrated, you know, some really great occasions here. So long may it continue.
We are having a lot of fun, isn't it? And we hope to have some more. So we are going to be going into Johnny's studios very shortly, and we're going to start playing and sort of show you a little bit how you can actually create music. You don't need to be a professional. I mean, even that Johnny is. We're going to just show you how you can use software, and you can use any instruments or even anything in your kitchen to actually create a song and just have some fun. So we want to encourage everybody on World Music Day to bring some music into their lives, and it might be that you want to get out and sing for your neighbours on that day, or you want to play music. We might see Johnny walking around the streets playing his guitar and giving us a little bit of fun. So we'll move to Johnny's studio and we'll show you how to create some music.
So hello everyone, and welcome to my humble little home recording studio here in Harmony. I'm going to take you through a process of how I can record a song, the processes and layers that we can use, as well as possibly a special guest at the end. So I'm going to take you through, firstly, recording the guitar, then I'm going to move on to singing the track, and as I said, then we'll layer another instrument on top of that and show you how we can do it. It's very easy. There's a lot of programs out there that you can use. This is my setup here that I've got. And that I've been fortunate enough to do some recording already for a business here in Harmony called Sunshine Sign and Sing, and I'm loving doing that at the moment. So thanks very much for watching how this is made, and I'll get to it now. Thank you. So that's the guitar part now recorded, and I'm going to move on now to singing the main melody for you. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. But why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. And that's the vocal part. Now, my very special guest is going to come and add her part to it. So as promised, I have with me now the super talented, all-round, versatile superstar that is Susanna, who's now going to show you her piano playing skills and add the piano track to Yesterday.
Surprise! If you were expecting Bon Jovi or one of the Beatle members, you are going to be disappointed. It's only me, so we're just going to try our best. But we wanted to showcase that, you know, you don't have to be a professional to create music. World Music Day is all about grassroots level kind of music making. So I'm not a professional, but I'm going to give it a go to actually put the layer of the piano.
And have some fun with it.
Yeah, we're just going to have some fun. And then we're going to show you, if I make mistakes that can be edited and recorded again. That's the beauty of creating music with a computer, that you can't just do it again.
Exactly right.
So let's have a go.
Take it away. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. But why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Superstar. Awesome. And it's as easy as that. Yay! So there it is. So now we're going to take you through the process of how we mix and edit a few things and show you our finished product. Well done, Susanna. That was awesome. Okay, so what we've done now is we've actually recorded the 4 tracks. So you can see here we've got a click track that we had for the introduction particularly for myself and Susanna with the instruments. We've got my guitar part there. We've got Susanna's brilliant playing there of Yesterday on the piano, and my vocal part on the top. So basically I can show you how it sounds. And this is the unedited and unmixed sort of result of what we've just done. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. simple as that.
So you probably, I don't know if you could hear that because the piano is a bit low, but we purposely put a mistake in there so that Johnny can show you how to fix it. You know, in this section here, you can see that we have done a cut there so that Johnny can actually, it's a little bit behind the music, so Johnny can now cut it and bring it together, and then we can actually have it perfect. So that was the unedited version. I'm sure Johnny's going to do a much better version and make it sound even better.
I'll make it sound better. But that just gives you a great idea as to how you can do it. So anyone that wants to come and sing and play and please join us here.
Thank you everyone for joining us again at AVIDEngage. If anybody lives in the harmony development or around the harmony development and would like to learn to make music or sing or play an instrument, please get in touch with Johnny. He is ready to go, and we are very lucky to have him here in our development, not only entertaining us at our events but also teaching us how to sing and how to play. So thank you again for joining us at AVIDEngage.